breaths while we're here, laying back, relaxing. Feel all the worries, all the cares of your world falling away for this time that we have together. We'll start to connect with our intention right away. The intention for today has to do with boundaries in a way. There's a lot of, talk and work toward building up boundaries. And that's really important because, as an example, if you let work spill over into home and vice versa, then it's just not very helpful for your mental state. It's nice to be able to have that boundary, that wall, where when I'm here, I can focus on this stuff, and then I can leave it when I'm gone. So in a way, there's been some research regarding boundaries that says that the people that have the strongest boundaries also tend to have the strongest connections with people. And so that just shows how helpful it is to be able to, separate the different parts of ourselves when we need to be more active, more beta and alpha brainwave. We can focus, but then there can be other times where we can relax and settle into that deeper theta. So we'll play with this idea as we go through class, play with creating almost like physical boundaries around ourselves as we explore the edges of different types of stretches today. And you'll see we'll play in a couple of different ways as well. But as we're laying back here right now, let's begin to explore just stretching out with this nice early hour of the day. Let's stretch out and see what possibilities are in our muscle groups today. So with your nice inhale, take a stretch all the way to the back wall. And lean partway to one side, exhale. Inhale back to long in the center. Exhale, second side. Another time or two to each side. Just explore the boundaries left and right at this moment. And when we're back through the center next time, bring right knee into chest, give it a good hug. Start to roll out through the ankle. It's like your foot's trying to explore its boundaries. And let's extend this leg up to sky, grab on, pull the leg in. Our first chance to play with that boundary of the hamstring. How high up can the heel extend itself? And taking it like a pigeon pose, hook right heel, tip the back left into the side of the face. If you need to peek at a neighbor, you're welcome to. Slide the shin in. So think of the different cells of your body. Because there's boundaries, the cell wall, there's able to be a specialization of cells. It's not just like this conglomerate soup where everything's just kind of there together. That boundary of the cell wall is able to create specialization. It's able to allow in the minerals, the vitamins, the energy components. It's able to allow all that in when necessary. It's able to discard whatever is no longer useful. Allow this hip one more good breath. Huge inhale. And exhale. Release this leg, drop this down. And left knee comes in, give it a hug. Take some ankle rolls, explore the boundaries of that. Start to move up to hamstring. The leg extends up to the sky. The boundaries of where the leg can travel to due to the hamstring tend to be very different at the beginning of a class than much further into it. So just kind of play with it. What is the possibility at this moment? No judgment. It's okay. So just where it's at right now. And let's hook the left heel to back right. Let's hook this close to our head. Hook the heel, slide the shin in. Just relax through the hip muscles on this path. Here I'll add in one more thought to the intention. We can add in the boundaries of time as well. I think of, well, we only ever live in this present moment. So when we're constantly letting our energy leak into worrying about the future and stressing about the past, really that energy leak is like our vital energy is not there for us to use at this moment. There's a little tool I learned this week where if you feel like you're constantly drifting into future and past, you can trace the infinity symbol in your mind's eye. And that can be a helpful tool about bringing us back to this moment, this breath. One more good inhale. Nice exhale. Good. Let's free out this leg. Drop it down. Grab onto the ends of the fabric on each side. Sit up just enough that the fabric starts to fall down toward armpits. And then we're going to take a nice back bend. So the fabric can stay at the armpits to make it a nice, easy back bend if you'd like. Hips flip over backwards. If you'd like to go a bit deeper, maybe the arms open, or maybe some of us even allow the fabric to go a bit further down to the waist. It's up to you how far you're taking this. Just a couple of breaths, opening up the spine really nicely. So the heart area opening. Inhale. Exhale, hands grab on. Let's raise all the way up. And stretch toward our feet. While the head is released forward, let yourself roll the right ear a little bit closer to the right shoulder. And switch it out, left over left. Beautiful. So rising up from here, kick the feet free out the front. We're sitting up. And let's head to our diaper wrap. So thumbs slide right in to the fabric behind us. Help to push the fabric down to about where the pant line is. Leaning halfway back, reset the hand onto the fabric. Okay. Wide legs, feet float backwards, keeps us safe. And then ankles wrapped all the way around. As soon as you've got your ankle set in place, you're welcome to release the hands. Just you got it. Every person's different with inversions. Some of us love them and we're going to hang for a while here. But don't let yourself reach a point of any sort of dizziness or anything like that. So not a competition being in a large class. It's just you listening to your body. Some of us like to come in and out a couple of times, so that's also great. Right, Make sure you're paying attention to what your head needs. Take a little break for a little while if you need. Know that our ability to be able to tolerate inversions increases over time. Sometimes there's little variations that people will play with, such as taking a twist, walk one hand to one side of the mat, the other hand to the long, the other spine rotate, and then eventually switch. You're always bringing it back into balance. And then those that are up, it's a floating child pose. Hook elbows, lean forward. Take a chance to roll through the head again. I'll even head into a nice neck stretch. So clasp hands behind back, shift the hands to the right hip, and then drop the right ear over the right shoulder. Release everything we've been holding on to, all that tension in this part of the neck. And head rises, hand shift to left. Left ear drops over left shoulder. Head rises, release the hands. Bunch up the fabric to front door side of the room. Allow your right arm to stretch to the back wall or circle around the back side of the head. With your next inhale, try to stack the spine even more tall. Exhale, see if there's a little more twist available through the vertebrae. Good, release. Bunch it up to back door. The left arm circles to that back wall or around the head. Okay, now bunch up the fabric to the side that points you to the center of the room to me. So, yep, so you three will switch. And once you're bunching up the fabric to the side, lock your arms straight. The hip that just got lifted, swing that leg up and over. You're in a straddle. Take each heel into the fabric. Extend the legs long. And just notice if you're in the center or not. It's okay if not. But it's good to just notice, because when you're taking the grips of fabric at the very beginning, this is our way to tell if we actually made it centered or not. Anyways, push with the arm strength, push the legs open. Beautiful. And we're going to come up to stand. So at this point, if you are uncentered with the feet, get the feet at least in the proper spot. So toes are in on each side. Okay. When you've got the feet set up evenly, nice and wide on each side, we're coming into a little squat position. So let the knees pop out, and then the heels are coming in as close as you can to glutes. From here, we go to a toe squat. So let the knees continue to point out as we do the little toe squat. Good. Slide the hands up high. And then from here, we stand all the way up. And free out the head as soon as you can. Good. You made it. Good. You'll notice it's kind of hard to stand with the legs just kind of doing their thing. So inner thighs squeezing together. So we're going to face toward mirror. So your shoulder that's closer to mirror comes all the way around behind. Grab on, face your hips toward the mirror. And we're sinking towards split. So elbows on the outside is the easy version. Resetting the grip to the inside goes a bit further down. So your choice how deep you take it. Now try not to reset the feet once you're there. It's yeah. That's it. That's it. Okay, now we're all kneeling on your back knee. This is a half split, so let the hands adjust to this long front edge. Then slide down, torso gets closer to the thigh. We're trying to expand our ability to get into the hamstrings, especially as we're playing with the boundaries these days. That's okay. Okay, we'll take it to pigeon pose. So torso up, front knee swivels open. So it's open towards just the comfortable way. And front leg forward, back leg back. Good. Keeping the arms inside is more of a king pigeon, a back bend. Bring out the shoulder over the toes. Leaning forward, it's more of a sleeping. Weight onto your front hips, swivel the legs open to that wide figure V. Make sure feet are still balanced here. They're in the proper spot. And then from there, we'll get ready to come back up to stand. So slide the heels in, knees pop out. Grip up in front of you. Come to the toe squat first. Knees come out, head is nice and balanced in the middle. That's okay, yep, you got it. And then hands high, stand up. Yeah, this time we're facing toward back wall. So the shoulder closer to that side comes out, behind, good. Elbows on the outside is the easy version because it just keeps you caught right there. Resetting grip to the inside goes deeper with the splits. So your choice. And one more inhale. Exhale, kneel on the back knee. Half splits. Reset the grip to this long line in front of you and just lean the torso forward. Spine rises upright. Swivel the knee open for pigeon. Front leg goes forward, back leg goes further back. Planting pigeon or king pigeon, your choice. Okay, so now rock your weight onto your front hip, swivel back open to the wides of your feet, and then let the feet touch to one another for a moment. This is a spot we're going to return to a couple of times throughout class. This one's one of those shapes that, because of the fabric, it's like we can very much define what our body is, what our space, our zone is, our fabric. What is inside, we can define all of that compared to external. So sometimes our if you imagine you had a big aura, sometimes is we're stressed, it's almost like we have got static electricity expanding everywhere. So at least in this moment, imagine you could pull all that static electricity back. So everything's just within an inch or so of your body. You've got all of your energy around you rather than just losing it all directions. With this energy pulled in, imagine it's almost like this infinite source of energy we can draw on. That if ever you're going through a day and you're just tired, you've got this little source of energy to help you get going just a little bit more. One more inhale. Exhale. We're gonna start working our way out. So free out the legs. Back to the straddle. Plunging up fabric. Swing yourself in so that you can face the mirror again. We'll come to a standing position. So either just grab onto the fabric, tilt forward to get out, or do a flip. Reaching the fabric up, so go all the way back. Yeah, just grip on really tight, don't let go. Good work. Okay, fabric out in front of you. We're standing pretty close under plumb line. The grip is a bit wider than shoulders, and then start to slowly lean forward. Shoulders open, let the back relax. Couple of good breaths. Turning over toward the front door. Right elbow point down to the ground. Long left arm sways over to front work even more. Straighten to go through the center and switch. Lean to back door, left elbow points down. And then straighten back forward. Trying to flatten the spine even more. More huge breath in and out. Soften to the knees, roll the spine up. Okay. From here, keep the grip in front of you. Lock your arms straight. We're turning this into a little core movement, almost like a plank. So we're rolling forward. The spine is long. And then pull it back in. Good. Exhales. Inhales. Another 5. You get to choose how far out you go. Get to a spot where you can still return. And forward. Keep breathing. 3. 2. 1 more. Hold a little bit longer in the top spot. 3, 2, 1, and return. Good work. Clasp hands behind back. Pull the shoulders open. Let the arms pull a little further away from glutes. And release. Step the right foot directly into the middle of the fabric. The right knee slides through past the line of the fabric. Then you grab with the left hand, you grab the heel, slide up. You choose the angle. It's whatever angle is comfortable still for the knee. Good. Light grip by each shoulder. Start to sink the weight forward. Let's relax into the head. Take these moments like this after it's almost like we just frazzled our energy back out doing core stuff. So take this moment to just slowly breathe, gather everything back. Weight comes back over the center. If you're significantly behind plumb line, hop back up to it, slide the foot back to the middle. And this will be an opportunity for hamstrings again. So easy version, just slide the heart closer to thigh. If you're ready at this point for more like splits, then slide hands up to do the splits. Beautiful. Weight comes back over the center. Hop forward even a little more. And then the leg opens out to the side. Make sure that it's at an angle where it kind of just stays directly to the side. It's not constantly falling forward or backward. If that is the case, just readjust the foot so that you get to the spot, the standing spot where it just stays. Both hands bunch up, both hands. Slide the left hand up, right hand down. This might be enough, just opening the chest here. If you want to sink into side splits, just continue to sink weight toward front door. If you sunk your weight to the side, weight comes back over the middle. Just the left hand stays on the closer strand. As you start to bend the knee, send the other leg behind you. And then once it's behind, your right hand can grab. Yeah, that's okay. Readjust if you need to. Okay, take just a moment, sinking the weight backwards to the extent that's comfortable for the quads. Stretching that area out. And come back up to stand. Slide the hands up. Straighten the leg behind you as much as you can, and even sink the weight backwards if you've got the flexibility for it. Good work. Leg swings all the way in front. Let's hop back just a little bit. We're going to stand up with this foot inside. So reset if the foot doesn't feel like it's in a standing position in the middle. So then grip up high, try to minimize swing as you rise. Wrap it like a tree pose with the left leg all the way around through the backside. Good. Backside and wrap. Backside and wrap. Good. You can choose to slide the foot higher if you'd like. But left elbow and then left shoulder comes forward. As soon as you got the left shoulder in front of the fabric, you'll notice it's a really easy balance at that point. Hands can just come to heart. Just the left shoulder though. Right stays behind. Beautiful. One hand grips for safety, the right hand. Left as the shoulder comes back behind. Grab on as soon as you can. Over back to the ground. Option to either just step this foot out, step the other foot in, or swinging switch. Step the left foot into the middle, step the right foot down. Good work. So taking the hip stretch first, the knee goes through the middle. Grab the heel, slide it up. So very light grip as you sink your weight forward. Work, weight comes back. Up directly under plumb line. The foot slides to the center, extend forward. So either just slide the chest down or hands up, splits. Weight comes back. Up forward just a little bit further. Test it out with the leg open to the left side. Make sure it just kind of stays to that direction. And then bunch both hands on both strands. Right hand up, left down. Staying can be really nice, or sink a little further to the side. And weight back over standing leg. Right hand grips the closer one. The leg swings back behind, then left grabs the other. Okay. Just rest the fabric on your shoulders, lean back a little bit. And weight back over standing leg, hands slide up. Try to straighten the leg back as much as you can. Maybe sink weight back as well. And weight over the center. Let the legs swing all the way back in front. Hop back for balance. Reset so that you can easily stand back on the fabric. Reach up high. Try to minimize swing as you stand. Wrap the right leg from the back side around the right side. Good. Right shoulder in front. Once you've got the shoulder in front, maybe the foot goes a little higher, your choice. Hands to the heart. And relax. If it's intense on the foot today, knowing that we're giving the fascia a little gift right now. Beautiful. So left hand on for safety, right hand grabs as soon as it can. And we come back to the ground. Release so that you can massage through the feet on the ground. Just roll them out for a moment. Good. We'll take little bits that we were playing with and put it together into our butterfly inversion. So we're going to start by standing. So again, take one foot into the fabric, rise up. The other foot joins as well. Okay, the legs come behind the fabric. As you start to slide the bottoms of feet together, let the knees go open and slide down. Got it? Knees past the fabric, so behind. Good, good, good. One shoulder in front and then the other. You don't have to go further than this if you're nervous, so this is fine. Just rock here, enjoy it. If you're wanting to invert, grip high so that you don't get your fingers stuck. Get the fabric past the hip bones, pushing off to each side, and just let yourself relax forward. Okay. This one you absolutely can get yourself out of, but if anybody gets nervous, I'm going to be on the outside to help. And if anybody doesn't want to invert this one, you don't ever have to. Yeah, so just reset your grip like armpits. No, keep the arms in front. Reset like armpits. So like you're trying to grab your armpits. Good. Start to go forward. Just take the fabric past your hip bones. Good. Oh my gosh, that's it. You're this. And free out your fingers. You're good. You're good. I'll help you get out if you need it. Okay, so stuck. Yeah. Your fingers still stuck? Yeah. We're gonna, that's our a little trick. Just a little higher. So see if you can start to slide up. Good. Slide up. You're wanting to get out or you're wanting to get your fingers out? Okay. I thought you were just wanting to get your fingers out. Get your hands off. Good work. I'll help you out if you need it, but Those that are out, feel free to just lean back for a moment. Take the hands behind the head and just sway left and right. You got it, good job. Give your head some time before you get all the way out, so that way you're not just rushing out and good. And eventually, yep, straighten, drop a foot down. That's okay, yeah. Good work. This is one of Evie's favorites, so we'll leave her for a little bit longer.
I was thinking about that pose this morning too.
Were you?
I was like, we haven't done that in a while.
Okay, those of us that are here, slide the fabric a little further down so it's like almost to like the bottom ribs. And then let's walk our way forward. Once you're there, it's natural for the core to be holding you up. So release that entirely so your spine gets a chance to lengthen. Extending the right heel forward. We're going to do 5 kicks. On the 5th kick up, try to grab onto your right leg up nice and high. So right leg lifts up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, try to grab it. And this good. That's okay. And take right ankle to left thigh, relax the hips back down. If my hips are really open, sometimes I'll even kind of like let it tilt and drop over to the right side. Now straightening left leg. Tilt this foot to plant on the outside to the left. Good. Your chest tries to turn back forward, even toward the front door. You're trying to like rotate your head to front door side. And unwind the legs back to chair. If you need to reset for your armpits, go right ahead. Left heel slides forward once you're back. And 5 kicks. So here is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab. Ankle to thigh, relax, open, figure 4. Release. Oh, no, sorry, you have to twist. Straighten the right leg, drop the foot to the right. And then the torso tries to go to the left. Forward, backward. Good work. Unwind now. Walk yourself backwards. That's how you can get out. Stay out, fabric in front. And right side in. Hands up high. It doesn't have to be a tight grip. It's nice and loose. Sink forward. Relax into the hip flexors. Take a twist. The left arm, even the shoulder comes in front. The shoulder just slides into the fabric. The arm hooks on the outside of that right thigh. And the other hand is up high on the fabric. You can push into it to help deepen the twist as you gaze up. Beautiful. The top hand wraps around the fabric. That wrap helps to unwind the spine. Weight comes back. Slide to the ankle. We'll take one last hamstring stretch here. So this can be leaning forward. It can be splits. Or if your balance is good, this one's a challenge, but If your balance is good, if you transition to stand here at the top, then naturally just where the fabric falls, it lifts your leg up really high. So option if somebody feels like good balance today. Remember, keep the grip high because if you lose your balance, a high grip will keep you safe. Okay, high grip is you swing back under plumb line, slide to thigh, into the back door. Warrior two, so if you already know to spread out the surface area, go right ahead. Spread the arms forward toward mirror and back to the back wall. And release the warrior two. Grab onto fabric. Street pose, so the right foot comes to the thigh if that's comfortable. Yep, make sure you're standing right under plumb line. So with this little safety thing, sometimes the balance is a lot easier. So hands at heart would be possible. Sometimes even just take a screenshot of the room and close your eyes. Because you've got the safety, you've got something to catch you if you start to wobble. Playing with balance, our boundaries, even with the eyes shut. Work. Open the eyes, step through like a little straddle. You're trying to separate the fabric so that you've got a little bit on each glute as you sit into it. So another way to get into that straddle position that we were getting into earlier. Yeah, take all the time that you need if it's kind of wound up underneath you. Good. So now your shin closer toward the mirror side, your right shin. Take that chin up onto the fabric and put it down. Yeah, just reset if it's just not quite enough. One breath more right here. The arch of the foot comes up into the fabric in front of you. So I like to bunch the fabric back up, take the arch of the foot up onto that fabric. The knee is turned out, the toes are turned out, and then you slide the foot up so that you're getting into the hamstring stretch. No worries if the knee's bent. Just the hamstring teaching you its boundary right at the moment. And release this leg entirely down. Left shin up. Lean forward if you need to go even deeper. And bunch up fabric, arch your foot, slide onto the spot, slide up, in the hamstring stretch. We release the leg, we release it toward the mirror side. The hips to be more even. Grabbing onto each side, either exit by tilting forward or tight grip, flip backwards. Your toes. All right, we got one more side, left thigh in. And right under plumb line, light grip on each side, sink your weight forward. Taking the twist, the right arm goes through the center, hook the arm on the outside of left thigh, right shoulder rests on the fabric, and the left arm is nice and high, pushing into the fabric to twist. The top hand wraps, safely unwind. Standing over standing leg, slip to ankle. Okay, option one, just lean forward. Option two, hands up, splits. Or that option three, yep. Slide your whole weight forward if your balance is feeling on point today. And relax into that split stretch. High grip. Weight comes back under plumb line. Slide to side. To the front door. If you need to spread out surface area, great. Open the arms like warrior two. Sink your weight forward. Hands onto fabric. Back over standing leg. Tree pose. Left foot maybe slides up to side. So if you need to grab onto fabric, great. Hands at the heart, option two. Closing eyes, option three. And with a sense of inner calm. And with eyes are closed, open. Step through. One more time into our seed-like position. Straddle. This time we're going to take both legs onto the fabric in front of us for the hamstring stretch. I like to take one hand to find the center, push into that spot directly in front of face, just stay. The opposite foot comes up where the hand is. Once you've got one foot up, it's pretty easy to put the other one next to the first. And just straighten the legs up to the extent that you can right now. Putting in like a little top. You can stay here or take it like a cobbler's pose, bottoms of feet together, the heels slide in toward the hip. So this is where we'll start to break off into different segments based on what we need at this moment to prepare for Shavasana. So some of us may wish to come into that little cocoon shape for our Shavasana today. If that's the case, start to open each leg to each side, the heels into the fabric, and then just swivel your heels in like we were before. That's option one if you're already ready for Shavasana. If your body knows that you need one more inversion, you're welcome to slide both heels towards mirror side, lay back for preparing for that fighter. And if you just want to lay down on your fabric or on the mat for a Shavasana instead, that's fine. So those that want to do a vampire, you've got one layer of fabric on your shoulders. Scoot all the excess down to your feet. Grip up high left and right. And the feet hook up. Right next to, right above where the hands are, push into the fabric to rise. So either Shavasana or last inversion. Last few minutes as we're preparing to settle into the beautiful, relaxed Shavasana state of class. Whether you're in Shavasana or not, let the breath flow. Deep, full inhales and exhales. Try to see if you can play with inhales and exhales being even at the same time. For instance, if an inhale is 4 counts, try to match that 4 counts for the exhale. Maybe playing with length, extending it to 5, 6, even 7 counts by the end. Enjoying this chance to be present and just breathe for a few minutes. And to deepen inhales and exhales. And all sorts of different types of positions. So just based on where you're at, start to stretch the body. If you're in the cocoon, let the legs open out. If you lean to one side and the other. If you're in the Shavasana, maybe you take some stretches like we did at the beginning. Take a side leaning stretch. Or even fetal position, rolling onto one hip, pulling in, arching back. Introduce little movements that help us to return from that beautiful infinite space meditation back to awareness of time, presence with what is in this moment. Be even taking a moment to visualize the infinity shape in the mind's eye. Another couple of breaths, we'll start to work our way toward a seated position, facing forward. So no rush, but eventually when your body feels ready to sit up, start to head to that direction. Hands to the heart, we connect with our intention. Just remembering that this idea of boundaries is a tool that can be helpful for keeping us in the present moment, for keeping our work at work, for helping us to have better connection with the people around us. So with this idea of boundaries, this tool that we can play with to lead us on, let's wrap up the time we shared together today with the sound of Om. You can hum now. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.